Ho, ho, ho. So, this is my holiday songbook. I worked on it from November 28th. Well, a little before that, but I'll get to that. From November 28th to yesterday or the day before. So that would be January 15th or 16th. I can't remember. The days all blend together. So, Holiday Songbook is a class taught by Dawn Sokol, who is a journaling and doodle artist, and she's written a bunch of books, and she's cool, and she teaches cool classes. And I've taken this for the past 3 years, I think. I've got 3 holiday journals from her classes, so however that works out. And what I did do was I had to have knee surgery at the beginning of November, and I was going to be in bed or off my feet for 4 weeks. And I knew that, I'd be missing a lot of stuff, and I knew that I would be starting this class during that time. And so we prepped the pages ahead of time. The pages are made of like cereal boxes. So you sand the box a little bit to get some of the shine off. So cereal boxes, I think that's all I used. I also used garbage bags and some like mixed media paper too. And then my husband and my daughter helped me gesso all of it because I was rushing around getting ready for bringing my entire craft room up to the bedroom so that I had things to do while I was recovering. And I sprayed the gessoed pages, not all of them, but a bunch of them, with Tim Holtz distress stain sprays. I don't know where I put them now, but and then kind of rubbed them around a little bit. And that's how I started out making this book. Now, the cereal box I used for the cover was one of those gigantic family sized Frosted Flakes boxes. So you can see the size of the spine, it's ginormous. But it turns out it was a good thing that I did that because look at how fat this thing turned out. So I need to come up with a way to close it. But you can see here that I did some little danglies from the spine, and there I just punched 2 holes there and hung stuff from there. Okay, so I'm going to go through. Hopefully it won't take me forever, but I talk a lot, so bear with me. Feel free to put this on, 2 times speed or something. So there's the cover, foam stamps, stickles to make these little trees. And we cut a hole in the cover. And here's what I did on the inside page. So I just wrote different song lyrics on here and things like that. This prompt was non-Christmas songs. I wrote, "This is not a Christmas song." So I did the Raindrops on Roses from Sound of Music. I don't know why people think it's a Christmas song, but it's really not. I won't go off on a tangent there. And then the next thing we did was we did a spread, and mine is 2 spreads because I knew I wouldn't have enough room. we did an advent calendar. So, some people started on December 1st, but I started with the first Sunday of Advent. And for each day, you put something. So, postage stamp for December 3rd, a reminder on December 5th, we put out our shoes for St. Nicholas and that kind of thing. A little tab. And then this is the second spread of my Advent calendar. And just little bits and bobs. Like I had sewn this little cluster of scraps, basically, together a while ago and didn't know what to do with them. And that's Our Lady of Guadalupe. And the 12th is the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So look at that. That was perfect, What else do I want to say about this? I've been in a very either pink mode for Christmas, like pink and teal and stuff, or a very retro kind of place for Christmas. And I couldn't decide, so I did everything in this book. My decorations were everything as well. And then on this page, this is a beautiful Christmas card that my friend Simon sent me from the UK last year. And he just picks the most beautiful cards. And I didn't want to forget about it because it was so pretty. So I saved it and I used it in here. And then I've been into junk journaling. So I started doing some junk journaling in here just a little bit. This is a little sort of glassine bag, and I put a journaling card in there. And then this flips open, and there's spots to journal there. And then here, little pocket and some more journaling cards. And then back here, I put my anxiety level for a bunch of different days leading up to Christmas. We won't dwell on that. And then the prompt for this was a song that has been covered, and compare the two versions and say which one wins or which one's better or whatever. And hands down, Eartha Kitt, Santa Baby, is way better than Madonna's. The end. And this prompt was listen to some Christmas music and journal about a line in the song. And this was one of my favorite Christmas songs, is listening to Bang and Bowie do Little Drummer Boy. And then on here, I scalloped the edges of the page and put little ribbons in. And then this is just a blank Christmas card that I had, and I put it in here as a journaling spot. And of course, I did not journal on it. And then here I just put a little pocket with little tickets in there. Wrapping paper, like I save wrapping paper. It is ridiculous. Christmas morning, I am always grabbing wrapping paper. My in-laws think I'm weird, but I do it, and I love it. And I covered these 2 pages with some wrapping paper, cut some stars out of that before I glued it down. Another pocket with some journaling cards. And I was all, I did vintage too, not just retro. I had to get all of the Santas in. So we've got a Victorian Santa there. And then my husband's birthday is in early December, so I just kind of journaled about that. That was a mess. I don't like that page very much. This is a Christmas card my sister-in-law gave me. It says there's no such thing as too much Christmas. And I don't know if you can see it on the video a little bit, but there's glitter on it, and that chandelier is just beautiful, and the ornaments hanging off of it. I just love this card so much. I love chandeliers. I love retro ornaments. Just love this card, so I had to save it. And I put little tags in here to use for journaling, and I did not journal on them. A little velvet ribbon that my friend sent me that matched perfectly. Let's see. And you can see on a lot of these pages I made these tabs. So I just think they're fun to have tabs on the pages. Another prompt was to make baubles instead of buying them at the store. And trust me, I went nuts on Tim Holtz Christmas stuff this year. So it was kind of refreshing to make little cardboard stars and cover them in plumber's tape. And this is wire that I curled and then flattened, stapled on the ends with my rose gold staples. I'm fancy, I tell you. And then this prompt was, oh, Christmas tree. So I had to rework this page a few times, so it's not my favorite, but I think it's cute. And then here is a card that I was given by one of the people I trade artwork with in swaps. And this was from Christmas last year, and I thought it was cute. So in it goes. Don't remember the prompt for this, but I love that page. And towards the end of this whole endeavor, I started getting tired, so I was just kind of decorating pages without prompts being involved, and without having any plan whatsoever. In fact, that pink is Holbein Luminous Opera that was left over from a painting I was working on, and I didn't want it to go to waste. So there you go. Same on this page. I just kind of decorated it with stars and stuff. Cut this out of an old Christmas card. Just a really simple page with song lyrics. Found this photo in a magazine. And then this is, I was in a swap this year where we did loaded coffee cup sleeves. So these are, you know, when you go to Starbucks or whatever, and they put your coffee cup in these corrugated thingies. So the deal was you decorated the sleeve and then filled it with stuff. So they were all so cool, and I didn't want to forget about them, so they each got a page in the holiday journal. So, like, Karen did this amazing, I mean, she is just too much for me. She is so talented and so groovy. And so we've got all kinds of cool things in here. And then I didn't even know what to do for Festivus, so I just kind of threw something together. There's my Festivus poll. This was a coffee sleeve from Deb. And this page, I left it as it was. And I think you can see a little bit. Yeah. What I used here was Tim Holtz Distress Grit Paste Snowfall. It is so crystally and cool. And I put it through a stencil, one of his Christmas stencils, and it's a little bit dimensional. And I just thought this page looked so great the way it was. I left it alone. And then something with the 12 Days of Christmas. So I went with one of my favorites, Miss Piggy, doing the 5 golden rings dramatically on the Muppets Christmas special. And then I found this comic on, somewhere online, and I thought it was pretty funny because that's really what happens. We talked about ornaments. My favorites, I don't know why, are simple glass balls. They make me happy. And they shine the light off the lights on the tree. They reflect them so beautifully. I love them. It's got to be from a childhood thing. I grew up in the 70s, so, everything was still glass and all of that back then. Anyway, let's see. I was starting to wander off in my head there. I don't know if you could tell. This is just a page with some a line from Night Before Christmas. And a new rubber stamp I got. I have to color it in. Try that out. This page, the prompt was something like something that brings you joy. And I wrote about the day after the doctor, the surgeon said I could walk without the walker, and I went shopping. I overdid it, but I was so happy to be able to just go somewhere and not have to have someone with me, not to have the walker, not to be in pain. It was great. Here's a little tab that I made with one of those paper clusters that I sewed, and it's got a little transparency on there. This page was, I'm trying to remember what this prompt was. I don't remember, but these two flip open so you can see the edges. And I made a tree out of some garland that was falling apart. And this ribbon was kind of like to edge the pages. And this truck was from an old Christmas card. And then you can tell I was getting tired. This is not a blank page. It's Christmas Eve at midnight. That's what I'm going to say. And then a problematic song, or a song that you take to mean something differently than what it means or what other people think it means. I don't think maybe It's Cold Outside is problematic. I don't think it's a song about a guy trying to force a woman to do something she doesn't want to do. I think it's a song about, when you're dating and it's especially early in the relationship and you're hanging out, and I know I've been that girl a million times. I don't want to go. I'm having too much fun, you know? And the guy's like, just stay. It's okay, you know? All right, I know it sounds creepy, but in my head it made a lot of sense. Okay. This is a reverse, like a monoprint of something I was doing. I think I was working on a page and then I took a piece of paper. Yeah, I took a piece of paper and kind of just took a print of the page I was painting because it was too wet. That's what this is. And I glued it in here. And I thought it just looked way too cool to not include in my journal. And I wrote about how that song Silver and Gold sucked from, I forget which Christmas special, one of those 70s, 50s, 60s Christmas specials. This is Pam's coffee sleeve, and this is not the only thing she loaded the sleeve with, but I wanted to save everything that she sent and use them to hang on my tree next year. So those are in a different box. And then here, another Christmas card I really liked. Put a tag in there for journaling. Did not journal. There you go. I love the way this page came out. I just smushed around. I think I might have brayered a little bit. A couple of different paints. These, I think, are the Blick matte acrylics in aqua and, hang on, I gotta tell you, dark blue deep and either aqua or green blue medium. Yeah. But most likely aqua. And then I sprayed with some gold spray that I have. And I love this ribbon. So pretty. Okay, this is a good story. So, one day, on the 5th day of Christmas, in fact, which was December 29th, we were hanging out in the kitchen, playing games, and all of a sudden we heard all of this cawing, all of these birds, and we looked out the back window, and there had to be 40, 50 crows. They weren't in our yard. They were like in the neighbor's trees above our yard. And they were all there, some flying around, there were some sitting around, and they were all making noise. And it was very disturbing, but also very amusing. So I made a page. And this page is prompted by a Monkees song from their Christmas album that came out a few years ago. And did I mention that most of this book was supposed to be songs, right? Like holiday songbook, right? Okay. So, did some songs. Let's see. Oh, this one's coming coming loose. Oh my goodness. Oh my. You can see here the kinds of things that people put in these coffee sleeves. This one was Annette's, and I know that because she did all of these cute paper folding things. So there's Annette's, and then here is Joanne's, and she did some cute stuff like that little bird on the tongue depressor. How cute is that? And then, ooh, we're getting to the, it's kind of hard to show all of this. This was just a printable I had. I cut out some little flowers and did some dimensional stuff there with those and put in, wait for it, little tags that I did not journal on. This paper, these tags were from Stamperia from last year's Christmas stuff. And I think this might be from their paper too. I can't remember for sure. And then on the right here, I just cut snowflakes out of some cards and put them down. Cut him out of a card. And then I did a Snoopy related page, just journaling about how I don't really get into the Snoopy Christmas. Yeah, I know, you can stop following my channel. And then I picked a movie that I love, a Christmas movie that I love, and the prompt was to do like an old school concert poster. So I did a little, I didn't do it as much as well as I would have liked, but it was fun. I get it now. I get it now. I love that. And then here's another song that I love, O Holy Night, and the prompt was to tear Christmas tree shapes out of paper. So I love the way that page came out. And here's another one of my, I don't know what to do and I've got to fill this book pages. So all I did was put washi tape across and up and down. And this, I don't know where I got that little Santa, but there he is. And then, oh, I love this page so much. I did a little sort of town collage thing with, did some stickles on there and just kind of had a good time tearing paper to make it like hills and so much fun. And then I put a little tag on a tiny piece of paper and I thought it looked like a coffee cup top. So I put it in the house that's made with Starbucks cup, a Starbucks cup. And this, I don't know if you can see, has a transparency in it. It's a slide frame. I don't know what you call them. It says peace in the middle if you can't see that. And back to, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. The prompt was make vintage ornaments, like take old Christmas cards and make vintage ornaments out of them. So I did that, and then I had this paper, which I love, so back that up, back those together. Just the painted page. And then the prompt had to do with New Year's Eve. And these are lines from, this is a line from a Barry Manilow song, which is called Just Another New Year's Eve. And here's another page, junk journaling style page. The belly band with the journaling card. And I wanted to get in a photo of my family. So we took this picture Christmas morning on we were all in our matching pajamas. So that's that page. And then, this spread was not a prompt from Dawn's class, but it was a prompt from my friend Karen's group on, I think it was the 31st. We meet every other week, roughly, on Zoom, and she does different techniques or projects or whatever, or we just get together and work on whatever we want to work on. But the prompt was to work on a sort of year in review kind of page, kind of contemplating the year that went before us. And so I tried to find things that represented the year. And I think I did pretty well because it was chaotic. We redid a bunch of stuff in our house, mostly in our kitchen this year. My brother got married. I had knee issues. I got into an accident with someone's banister on the front of their house, the Queen. Our vacuum cleaner broke. I had gum grafts. Ah. There's a little screenshot of all of my crafty friends on a Zoom. I learned I'm taking painting classes. I joined Naked Wines. We worked in our kitchen without a sink for like 6 weeks. It was a nightmare. Yeah, so there's that. I love how this page came out. And then the last 2 pages are me going, oh, here's some pretty wrapping paper. And that's just a little cutout of 2 little girls. And this is a ruffle Karen made when she did a bunch of decorations for my daughter's mermaid birthday party. And this ruffle she had attached to a thing to make paper jellyfish. So it was super cute. And she said, hang it in your studio, and when you need ruffles, you can cut pieces off. So I did. And then blank back cover. So that is the journal I've been working on, and everyone asked about it. So I figured I'd make a video and everyone could see it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.